3 years ago, I began writing a piece of music. I never finished it. Today, we're going to. Alright, so I've got the Notion file loaded up here, so let's listen to it and see what the damage is. It's very bouncy. It's odd. An odd choice to not change the chord there, but I was a bit of a novice then. Just repeating this with some ornamentation. I think my piano teacher gave me those chords, because I don't think I would have come up with those on my own. Oh, okay, so here it switches to a waltz. A major scale, C major rather than C minor. My teacher also suggested those fun little chromatic dissonances. They're a lot of fun, I really like them. It's like something that's not quite right. It's an evil clown waltz. There are some very odd harmonic choices sometimes. Speeding up. I don't quite know what that just was, but it sounded kind of neat. I don't know. It's a waltz. Switching between the 1 chord and 5 chord a lot. There isn't much variety in chords. Ooh, I learned about syncopations for this part. It's very, I guess, pared back. It's very sparse. Now we're slowly bringing stuff back. There's more of that syncopated rhythm. I really think I must have discovered the ability to write notes not on the beat right about when I was writing that part. And then complete change of tone to like those Parts of the Caribbean type thing in 6/8 time. I like this more than the rest of it. Ooh. And it looks like the beginning of something I started writing and never finished. Alright. So, this gives us a lot to work with. It's really long. It's 5 minutes and 50 seconds just so far. Wow. I do think it drags a little in the middle. It certainly does drag a little in the middle. So, I think I'm going to try to leave everything that's already written as is. I'm going to try to avoid adapting anything because I feel like it's a product of when I made it. Because a lot of these choices are not choices I would make now. With just a little bit more experience, I'm not an expert now. I'm still pretty incompetent, but I'm slightly less incompetent. Because the purpose of this exercise is to finish an old composition. It is not to rework or recycle old ideas into a new composition. But the real reason I am not messing around with what I wrote before is because, to be honest, if I were to change anything, I would probably chuck most of it out. And you see, the reason for this is when I wrote it, the very original premise for writing this, I remember distinctly, was I wonder if I can write a song that sounds like it came out of the video game Banjo-Kazooie. And believe it or not, I succeeded. And I believe I succeeded too much because it feels like plagiarism. That's probably the reason I never finished it, is because I just felt, for that first part, I felt guilty about the fact that my composition was a ripoff of Grant Kirkhope's music for Banjo-Kazooie. Admittedly, that was the intention, but that leaves us with writing the rest of it. So what are we going to do? I think we should probably try and stick with the motif of in some way, because most of the rest of the piece has stuck with that, and it feels fitting to come back to that after we've gone away from it. I seem to have had the same idea back when I stopped writing it, because if you look at the end, I reintroduce that motif right before it stops unceremoniously. I'm going to try to keep this shorter because I don't want the piece to be 10 minutes long. I'll just try and write some stuff, make a satisfying conclusion, and end it as quickly as possible. Yeah, so I'm going to try and use whatever that was I was doing there before I stopped. Something like... I'll have to figure that out. And then, what should I do after that? Maybe I could do something like... if I wanted to go full Banjo-Kazooie ripoff and go... or I could do... Okay, but anyway, I want it to be a somber and minor key to start off with, because we haven't done that sort of tone yet, and then something playful down low. We'll go high, then low, and then something, maybe we'll try something alternating between the minor and the major. Maybe it will switch between those rapidly. Maybe, I don't know if that would work. And then just rip off the final battle. Yeah. Let's go full Banjo-Kazooie ripoff. No, just total and complete thievery. No, maybe not that far, but yeah. Just let's rip off the Gruntilda final battle from Banjo-Kazooie. Something along those lines. Oh, I just spat. Now we just have to write it, which is easy. Just kidding, it isn't. Let's go do that. I love the title, Scherzo and Waltz. So boring. Okay, let's continue whatever this is. That's nice. I like that. It's very spooky. Alright, I've got my trusty cat keyboard with me today. Ow! I didn't need those kneecaps anyway. Okay. Now we can workshop things quickly. So I think I'm going to temporarily take a break to actually sit down at the real piano and figure out what I want to do here. Yeah, this phase of the process does not make for good videos, I don't think. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Smell you later. I'm back. Between last time you saw me and now, I learned how to parallel park, and I figured out some of the next part for this composition. I might end up chucking this bit out. It depends on how it sounds when it turns out. I'm just trying a fugue-like, canon-like thing. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm not sure if I'm liking this. I thought this would be nice, but I don't think it's not gelling. No, we're junking it. Junk it. I've got an idea of where to go next. Bum, 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 bum. What is going on? Boom, 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 boom. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fun. Boom, 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 boom. That could be fun. Let's see if that'll work. No, that's not. 5 would be fun though. Bum 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 bum. No, I don't have time for 5/4 right now. Let's just do this properly. Bum 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 bum. Ba 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 ba. Quarter. Where'd you go? Sometimes this notation software makes me angry. I think I'm gonna figure this out off camera. It's just taking too much time. Alright, so I'm back. It's been a few days. I promise I haven't been wearing this shirt the whole time. Yes, and I think I'm done. So let's go over the work we've done. First of all, I know I said I wouldn't mess with anything that I'd already written, but I did add these little sort of instructions for the mood of the music at various points, adverbs and adjectives. In English, I know some people would argue that it should be Italian, because that's how you do it in music, classical music, but I don't speak Italian, so I don't care. I'm thinking about changing this title. I think it's not ideal. Alright, so moving on. Also, I did change a couple of these notes here. Then, moving on to what we've written. Alright, you're probably wondering about this instruction here. So this part up next is clearly meant to be like Clanker's Cavern from Banjo-Kazooie. And so, for my instruction here, I was originally going to do a la Clanker's Cavern, just admit the blatant plagiarism, but I thought of... See, I was writing this late at night. This was in my delirious stage, where I start finding stupid things funny, and so I just wrote sewer music, and I thought, that's so stupid. I just thought of you. I imagine some poor person playing this and looking through the music and finding the instructions sewer music, and just wondering, what is that meant to be? So I'm thinking of getting rid of the Clanker's Cavern part, just calling it sewer music, and leaving it up to the performer to figure out. My only hope in life is that 100 years from now, some piano student is forced to interpret what the meaning of sewer music is. That would make me so happy. And then this part feels a bit bodged together. I don't like it a ton, but I didn't know how to end this part well, and so I just did it. Alright, next, this part switches to 4/4 time. This is something I'd had in my head for a long time, and it goes... So you sort of get the idea. I'll probably show you on the keyboard. This part gives me trouble because there's a weird harmonic thing going on that I'm not sure what it is. Because it seems like the chord goes F, or F minor, F minor, F minor, F minor, F minor, C minor, C minor, C minor, C minor. But then the melody feels like it should be the reverse, going C minor, C minor, C minor, C minor, F minor, F minor, F minor, F minor. Because it starts on C, it feels like it's outlining a C minor chord there. But the chord underneath is an F minor chord. And it sounds fine. So I don't know quite what's going on there. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But then it switches to C minor. And while it's on the C minor chord, that main note right there, that's an F. something really odd is going on there, because even if you swap them, it doesn't sound right. But anyway, it makes weird it just, something seems off when I play. So yeah, but anyway. So we're incorporating those chromatic things from the waltz part. Then it switches to back to waltz, but it's like really fast and a little out of control. That's fun. And then it's a minor version of that part you'll see. Right here, I couldn't figure out the rhythm. I want it to be faster, like da 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 da, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. Maybe triplets, but triplets would mean the rhythm here is off, so whatever. I just put a molto accelerando to... This is where we went full Gruntilda battle from Banjo-Kazooie. I intended to end it right there. Well, I would have this little end coded thing here. But then I thought, since I'm already mixing, I thought the end should be a mix of everything so far, because it's been so disparate and all over the place. So the end should have as many callbacks to previous ideas as possible. So here we've got the minor version of and then this part is the minor version of the dun da 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 dun da 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 dun da da dun dun dun. So listen. So it's sort of bringing that back, which is, I thought, a lot of fun. And then that's that minor, that waltz thing again. Boom, boom, ba-da-bum. So yeah, that's it. It's only 8 minutes and 11 seconds long. I hope to never make a piece this long again, at least just for piano. This part right here, maybe I can select it and play it. Yeah, and continuing on. I'm not sure if I can physically play it, so I might add a little note saying, if the performer can't play it, just play this previous arpeggio part again, because that's really fast, and I'm not very good at my scales. 364 measures. Whew. My original intention for this video was to record a performance of this piece on the actual piano downstairs, but it's really hard. I mean, it's not really hard. It's just going to be time consuming to play 8 minutes worth of music without making a mistake. So I probably won't. I might eventually record it, but I'm going to do a bunch of sneaky editing to make it seem more perfect than it is. Yeah, sewer music. So, also, worth pointing out, I have divided this into 3 movements type things. I didn't want to really call them movements because in music, movements tend to have a little space between them during which people aren't supposed to clap, but they do. And I don't want any stop, so I'm not going to really call these movements. I don't know what I'm going to call them. Maybe bowel movements, because it's sewer music, get it? Yeah, so I'm proud of it. I made it a bit longer than it needed to be, but I did it quickly in a couple of days, which for me is really short, because I started this in 2019. Most pieces I write take over a year to finish, and they are not very good by the end, so I don't know what I'm doing during that time. Alright, I'll see you soon. Alright, here it is. Finished and printed. Oh, I put a little opus number 2 there. I don't usually put opus numbers on these things anymore because it's hard to keep track of them, especially when you're writing things overlapping with each other, which one should come first. But I know for a fact that this is sort of my second piece I wrote. I changed the title to just Scherzo instead of Scherzo and Waltz. I added 2 little notes on the last page here. One of them says, the performer may play this piece either as one interrupted work or as one or more individual parts, as divided by the double bar lines. This is basically just saying if someone wanted to play this, they could just play one part of it. It's divided into 3 parts by double bar lines. Hope you enjoyed the video.